Hello, my fellow readers. Dark Symphony, some fan fiction review. As always, a link to the story will be in the description below. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click on that bell for notifications, leave a comment in the comment section below. That was a little too fast. Yeah, I did that one on purpose. As always, this story will be my opinion. My opinion is not indicative of its own, and this story does, in fact, contain sexual situations. So anyone under the age of 18, please do not watch this story at all. Now, a dangerous mix. We're finally at. Personally, unless you count Anniversary, because I really like Anniversary too. I just think I just kind of mixed these two up, Dangerous Mix and Anniversary, because in essence they're two part of the same story. It's the third. Dangerous Mix is the third part of the Island series. So let's just go into the plot. So the plot starts with Diamond Tiara. For those of you who don't know who Diamond Tiara is, Diamond Tiara was a pony introduced in season 1, I believe, around late season 1, and she was designed as the bully for Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle, and Scootaloo. And she was the stereotypical rich girl who always had her get her own way. So why am I talking about Diamond Tiara's character before I get into the plot? Because her character actually ties directly into the plot. I wish I had theme music. I really wish I had theme music to go around. So at the end of Secret Island, there was actually a part where it has Harvest Moon being a teacher to a class and running into Diamond Tiara, who happens to be there, and Diamond Tiara does not like being in the military academy. Now this is actually what this situation is, it's a realistic situation. A lot of rich kids who are spoiled usually go, or used to go, to military academies. I don't know if they still do. I don't even know if there's still military academies still exist. I don't know. Hopes to try and learn a lesson. It goes one or two ways. Either they learn their lesson, or they remain defiant because of the fact, they have money. My parent will let me go sooner or later. And and even then, it's one or two things. Either their parent shuts them down, telling them they have to put up with it, or they let them go when they continue being spoiled. And Dangerous Mix actually picks up on that plot point with Harvest Moon, continuously teaching, say, hey, and kind of getting the entire unit to hate Diamond. So now we have Harvest Moon kind of giving up the grade, saying, okay, you did this, here's you, and then flat out denying everyone a little vacation, a little break, because Diamond Tiara literally failed all her classes. And with Diamond Tiara still being completely defiant because she still thinks she is rich, everyone has pretty much distanced themselves from her, even Silver Spoon. Usually when it comes to stories like this, Silver Spoon always distances herself from them. Silver Standard, that's a very good story that deals with that sort of situation. There's a lot of stories where Silver Spoon kind of leaves Tiara. Wow. I never realized there's like a bunch. So the plot actually picks up from Diamond Tiara's point of view, of her basically hating everything about the military academy as well as everyone in it. She hates the fact that she has to be fed gruel. She hates the fact that she's constantly picked on because she is rich. She thinks she can get away with it. She's wondering why her daddy, her words not mine, hasn't really picked her up yet. Sorry about that. Was thirsty. She vehemently hates the Apple family and Zecora. And the Zecora kind of plays into the story as well, because in fact, if you read the story, it has Zecora as a character. She hates the fact that when growing up, the moment Apple Bloom, all this stuff happened to Apple Bloom's family, Luna marrying Big Mac, her getting a very unique cutie mark in this world. She didn't get that counselor cutie mark. I'm sorry, I don't like the fact that, you know, in canon, the Cutie Mark Crusaders, Cutie Marks, are basically guidance counselors. It was like, what? 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 Yeah, the whole gimmick is they become guidance counselors. And they fail at it because, you know, why couldn't their Cutie Marks be a contractor, singer, and sportsman, or you know, like a stunt devil, like I thought Scootaloo was going to be. In this universe, she actually became a potion maker, and so it's very rare for a Earth pony, except possibly she's probably the first one in the series, in this universe, to have a potion making Cutie Mark and be an Earth pony. And so she hates the fact that, you know, she was getting all this attention from Twilight. The fact that the CMC were all related, and Scootaloo idolizing with her, getting all this attention away from her, and then Luna married Big Mac, and now all the attention started leaving Diamond Tiara, leaving her bitter and resentful towards everything Apple Bloom stands for. Not to mention the fact Apple Bloom has a rack, and Diamond Tiara, from the looks of things, she probably doesn't have the rack. So there's probably a little flat A-cup angst along that. It's like, she dares to have a bigger breast size than me. You know, that is my opinion. It's probably what pushed her over the edge was the fact that Apple Bloom became stacked and Diamond Tiara was flat. that's one of the jokes is where I don't know where I was going with that. So Diamond Tiara is walking down the hallway. She sees Zecora, Zecora's door, and she kicks it down. Zecora is the nurse in the academy, as well as a medical teacher. And then she notices, oh, there's a cauldron full of medicine, and so she pulls out a lot of leaves and medicines and dumps it into the cauldron, saying, "Ha ha 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 ha," and leaves. And then Zecora comes in with 3 ponies. Rumble upon one of them. If you remember, that Rumble, the reason why Rumble's there, it kind of ties into Pip's treasure chest. Go read that story. Go read my review on it. And they kind of beat up, and then, you know, but Rumble's like, "Where's Apple Bloom? I want those apple breast." And so Zecora gives him the potion, and they drink the potion, and then she realizes, well, something happened to her medicine. It's like, where's all? And then we find out what happens when all the 3 ponies, they become super uncontrollably lustful, and turn their body on autopilot and rape Zecora. I mean, she thought, well, okay, they're twice as hot, they're twice as big, they're twice as thick, there's, you know, and they can't control, and so she thought to help, and then they rape her. Now, I don't condone rape, and rape is not an easy thing to work out in a plot. However, I have to praise Brony Watanabe, the author, for using a very good use of rape as a storytelling tool. Rape is not cool. It doesn't matter who's the one who caused the rape, whether it be the male or the female. But if it's used right, it can be used right. And this is an example of it done right. When Zecora are making it very clear that they're not in the right mind, they are completely drugged unintentionally. None of them knew about it. We all knew. Us as the reader know it was Diamond Tiara, but she gets away because the 3 ponies ejaculated so much they contaminated the crime scene. So there's literally no evidence of who could have done it. All they knew, it was a member of the staff or one of the students. And so, and then the final part of the story, Luna shows up, fixes Zecora's mental state enough to tell us, like, yeah, these guys were drugged. Yeah, these guys were drugged. Don't blame them for everything. And then wanting to start an investigation. And then we're introduced to a new character called Reasonable Voice, who is a slimy douchebag. I really love Reasonable Voice. Reasonable Voice, I'll talk more about her when I get to characters. And then Reasonable Voice saying she's going to keep an eye on this. And if she sees anything out of place, she's going to fire Luna and take complete control of the military academy and make it what she thinks Celestia is. That's the implication. She doesn't specifically state that. It's just the implication that she's gonna turn it into what Celestia wants without Celestia knowing. And so the story ends with Diamond Tiara being confronted by all her entire unit, with them flat out telling her that we know you did it. We don't have any proof, but we know you did it. And then kind of giving Diamond a swirly and then leaving. And so the story kind of ends like that. So overall, I think. So you're wondering, why do I like this story? But first off, it's kind of a precursor to Anniversary, which is the next story in the series. The Anniversary kind of continues right after the end of Dangerous Mix, which kind of leads into my one and only complaint, being that the ending was kind of off. It kind of ended abruptly. Granted, it kind of made sense with I probably figured out that the story was going to end with Diamond, with her unit confronting Diamond Tiara, but how it ended, I just think I just think that it could have been something added onto it, like one last self-reassurance that Diamond Tiara will never get caught. That way, we know she's gonna get caught in the next story. We know she's gonna get caught. It's just the way it ended with her just kind of be sad. I think it was kind of a weird way to end on. Maybe like one self-assurance on her pat on the back. That could have helped out a lot. At least bridge out and round out the ending of it. But that would have been like one or two sentences. Nothing really major. The author used one of the very few proper uses of rape as a storytelling tool. I do appreciate the fact that rape, again, when done right, it could be done right. And the author did in fact use it right. Characters. We really only have 4 characters, but 2 of them are kind of 3 of them were minor. We have Diamond Tiara. I kind of talked about her in plot. She's a bitter, spoiled child who never really grew up. And this is basically on the fact that what happened. Well, this is before, I'm guessing. I think I still have. No. Oh, here it is. Let's see when the story. I didn't get a chance to see when the story came out. 1 second. So Diamond Tiara's character is, she a spoiled brat. She kind of hates the fact that Apple Bloom stole all this attention from her. She hates the fact that she's in the military. It's in March 2016, so probably this was before Call the Cutie Mark, where her attitude is because of her mother, spoiled rich, spoiled milk, or whatever you want to call her. And this is basically just her being as selfish a brat as possible, which is fine. It's a good character for her. And I didn't really like that episode where they just she's acting like this because she's being bullied by her and encouraged by her mother. Yeah, that should have been an entire arc trying to at least help Tiara instead of just one. I did not like everything. I did not like a lot of My Little Pony. I didn't watch a lot of My Little Pony past season 4. I remember seasons 1 through 4, but everything past that, outside of the 2 Starlight Glimmer episodes of Our Town, I didn't see anything about season 5 and beyond. And so she comes off completely undetestable, and that's the point of her character. We're supposed to hate her. We hate her guts. We want her to get this karma coming to her. We want her to get her just desserts. And the way it's framed, saying that they're constantly building her up, saying as long with reasonable voice, as someone who's gonna get knocked down so much, it's gonna be so epic. Yes. And that's the point of Tiara's character. She's supposed to be hated. She's supposed to be this ultra spoiled brat who's refusing to learn her lessons because of the simple fact that she thinks she's trying to absorb some kind of pride. She's trying to have some sort of pride to herself, and she realizes, well, she's not. And usually with rich kids like that, it usually takes their parents kind of telling, okay, you're gonna lose all your money, or them hitting rock bottom, and that's actually a very relatable story to anyone when they lose everything, when all they have left is their pride. And we may hate Diamond Tiara, but her character is also relatable in a sense. We always hate someone. It's impossible to like every single person in the world. There's always going to be someone you don't like. It's impossible. And so her character, hateful, but at least lightly relatable. And then we have Zecora. Zecora, she kind of shows up the least. We know the least amount of her. I guess you can kind of say she acts like her canon personality, where she likes to help people. She likes to teach medicine. She talks in rhymes. And it's not really that. Luna. She's like, she wants to keep everything hush hush, but at the same time, she doesn't want the public to worry. She only really got local authorities plus Flash Sentry. Remember, this is Equestria Girls Flash Sentry in Equestria. And quickly realizes, it'd be worse if we had the entire military kind of doing this. Then just keep it slightly open, and is willing to reveal the fact that it's rape. And then we got Reasonable Voice, probably my favorite of the 4 characters. She's actually one of my favorite characters. She's a complete and utter douche. At least with Diamond Tiara, she's relatable. With Reasonable Voice, she's worse than Diamond Tiara. I really love Reasonable Voice as a character because they're setting she's a short-term antagonist because she gets her comeuppance an anniversary, and I'm guessing based on what happens, she's gonna lose her job and stuff like that. She works for the school, the Equestria School Board, and is completely adamant that, and feels like I'm about to burp. Okay, so her character is basically, you take Celestia from the first story, you just get rid of the fact that Celestia learned her lesson. It took years, but she learned her lesson. Reasonable Voice didn't learn her lesson yet. So this is so you can kind of say Reasonable Voice is a fill-in for Celestia, where she's full of herself. She thinks Celestia's word is law, that Luna is out of her mind, that she shouldn't have a school, that needs to be, she shouldn't have a school because she's crazy, she's and blaming Luna for everything. I'm actually going back to the story just so I can like read some lines for her, because I actually really like. Oh, I went too far. Department of the Equestrian Education. Celestia heard about it from Twilight. Luna admitted that she was busy. She was kind of busy examining the crime scene, trying to figure everything, and figure everything out, and telling Celestia. Celestia was going to be informed. And then a Reasonable Voice actually blames the victim, when they made it very clear that, pointing her as someone who wants to ruin Luna's reputation through hell or high water, calls Zecora a slut, calls Luna a crazy person. She most of her hate comes from the fact that the Department of Equestrian Education is not part of Luna's school. That's where most of her hatred lies, because of the fact, we have our hands in every single school, teaching our kinds, and then she hates the fact that Luna's school is an exemption, and she can't get her hands in that school because of Luna herself. She's basically, I guess you could say, a corrupt moral guardian. I really loved corrupt moral guardians. I really love their characters, because they're one of the characters you have to try to mess up. Everyone loves a good moral guardian. Everyone loves a good bad moral guardian, and that's what Reasonable Voice is. She's a good bad moral guardian. She makes it very clear right from the onset that she's corrupt. It's more read between the lines thing, but it's pretty obvious if you pay close attention to how she words everything she says. She's corrupt, and she hates Luna for the fact that she can't get her hands on the school. That's pretty much her end goal. She wants to protect all the young minds from military and be lazy, and she also hates the fact that she can't get her hands in school. And so that's basically her character motivation, her villain motivation. And I think it's a very, very obvious. And, it sets her up as a good short-term villain. I really can't wait. I can't wait to do Anniversary as well, because I love Anniversary as much as Dangerous Mix. I actually flip-flop between the two. I know I said last video, I said, I prefer Dangerous Mix at the top then, but Anniversary is right there next to it. And I remember Dangerous Mix more than Anniversary, because I actually completely forgot about Anniversary, except for the end of it. So it's like, on the one hand, Dangerous Mix is more memorable, but on the other hand, Anniversary has just such a great ending to it. Now, here's the other problem, is this story is badly edited. There are so many grammar errors I saw in this story, it's not even funny. I saw, if I had to count, probably like 9, 10 errors all throughout probably like in the first half of the story. It does clean up near the end, but I did see like 1 or 2 more errors at the end of it. So probably around anywhere from like 8 to 12 errors in the whole story. And this is a 10,000 word story. And, I don't care for grammars. Again, this is more due to the grammar Nazis. Oh, you'll have my head. How dare you not talk about the bad grammar in the story and not let us know? Okay, I'll talk about the grammar, okay? Okay? What, you want me to punch some meat? You want me to be like Rocky? No. Sorry, I always wanted to do the Rocky joke. Pacing, I think it's paced excellently. Compared to Nightmare Night Fun, where it's very loose, this is very tight and compact, which actually kind of benefited. Everything about the story, it doesn't drag on. If the story dragged on, then I probably would not have liked the story as much as I did. It needed to establish the character motivations of not only Diamond Tiara, but also Reasonable Voice in a short amount of time. I mean, we already got all we need to know from Reasonable Voice from literally like only a couple paragraphs. She hates Luna. She doesn't like the fact her hands in the school. She's a corrupt moral guardian. And we got all this from about 2 to 3 paragraphs. And Diamond Tiara, yeah, we got her introspection all throughout the first half of the story. Since the story is kind of focusing on building up Diamond Tiara to get off her high horse, or more or less get completely knocked off it. So it makes a lot of sense for the way the story has worked. Even the sex scene, even if I don't like the sex scene, because I think I don't like rape, but it's understandable how the rape is used. It's paced at a broad enough range for Zecora to kind of get the ramifications of it, but also kind of titillate the senses for any adult who wants to get off on it. But overall, other than the abrupt ending, which can easily be solved in about 2-3 sentences, that's literally it, just 2-3 sentences, and bam, you got a better ending. I do like the story. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would recommend the story. However, I would also recommend, kind of foreshadowing the next video, this is a 2-part story. You cannot read Dangerous Mix without reading Anniversary. You have to read both those stories one after the other. If you don't, then you're really going to get bored. You're going to realize, oh, well, that is it. Especially the end. That's it? That's the ending? Come on, I want more. You got to read, as soon as Dangerous Mix is done, you got to read Anniversary. When I first read the story, I immediately went to Anniversary because I kind of read the synopsis of Anniversary before reading Dangerous Mix, like about a year and 2 ago. And so I kind of already know that Anniversary is the sequel. So I kind of read one after other. You have to read both stories. No lie. You have to read both stories because without them, you're not going to make heads. You're not really going to make heads or tails of this story. You're also probably not going to make heads or tails about Pip's Treasure Chest 2 because of Rumble's involvement in that story. And possibly Pip's Treasure Chest 2. Is there anything I would change? Literally just fix the grammar errors and just add a sentence or two. Just to have one last Diamond Tiara assurance that she's not going to get caught. Or try and build herself up at least a little bit again. That's really it. It's literally just fixing grammar errors and add a sentence or two at the end. That's literally it. Nothing else about the story is bad. Nothing else about the story is, I would want to change. Favorite part? It would have to be Reasonable Voice. I really love Reasonable Voice. I can't wait to talk about how I'm going to take her down because, spoiler alert, my favorite part of Anniversary is Reasonable Voice getting her ass whooped. Not physically, but emotionally. I really love Reasonable Voice. Yeah, the fact that the author established her character, her motivations, and all that in about such a short amount of word space, only about a paragraph or two, is pretty impressive. That also proves to me that if the author wanted to, he can or she can write an amazing story and not have any sex. I mean, because you can easily cut out. This story kind of needed the sex. Unlike Nightmare Night Fun, which didn't need the sex, it was just a sprinkle of flavor. That's why I didn't really say anything about censure. Like, anyone under the age 18, don't watch this video, because of the simple fact I didn't have to talk about too much on the sex, because it's not really part of the story. It's only just a little sprinkle on the top. Not every single erotic story I'm going to be talking about sex, hence why, when it comes to the readings, yeah, they're going to be age restricted. On these stories, depending on what's happening, depending on what happens in the future, I may age restrict them or I may not. It depends. So overall, I like Dangerous Mix. It establishes Diamond Tiara as a relatable but hateable person. Has a good sex scene. It has a very good sequel hook to continue on in Anniversary, and has a great short-term antagonist in Reasonable Voice. You can't really go no wrong with the story. Just fix that ending a little bit. That's about it. So that's my review on Dangerous Mix. This has been Dark Symphony 777, and cut.